Are you guys suffering with any kind of knee pain or hip pain? Chances are that your hip flexors are really weak. If you've kind of noticed that you don't feel like you have stability when you're walking, chances are that your hip flexor is weak. Hey guys, my name is Yogi Aaron and I'm the owner of Blue Ocean Yoga Retreat and Spa in Costa Rica, as well as the Yogi Club online. And today we're going to look at how to check to see if your hip flexors are strong or weak and what to do about it, and give you a quick hack. So there's a couple of things that you can do to check to see if your hip flexor is weak. The first and most simplest way is just come to lie on your back like Angela's doing here, and then lift one leg slowly up towards the ceiling, but only about halfway. So lift it about halfway up. Now just kind of notice, are you lifting in the opposite hip? Are you clenching your butt and then lower slowly back down? Are you engaging your teeth? Are you clenching your teeth? Are you like squeezing your fist? So all of these things are indicators that you're trying to compensate to do a movement, and that's not necessarily a good thing. You want to be able to get those hip flexors working and working well. Let's do the second test. Let's do the other side, Angela. So lift the left leg up just a little bit. I can see Angela's eyeballs popping out of her head. And then slowly back down. And then Angela, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. You're going to lift both legs up slowly. Okay. And you can also see her like clenching her teeth and eyeballs popping out. So come on back down. Now, as a muscle specialist, one of the things that I can do is actually test Angela's quad muscles, specifically the rectus femoris. So Angela, lift your leg up and then relax it. And then hold the leg there. Okay, relax and hold the leg. Angela, and hold the leg. Okay, there's nothing. She's got nothing. And lift the leg up. Lift it up a little higher. And then relax. And then hold. Okay, again, nothing. Oh my goddess, Angela. Okay, come and sit up, Angela. And now this is another test that you guys can do, and it's not necessary, but it's also kind of fun sometimes to see what happens before we do muscle activation and after. And so what we're going to do is just a pose called boat pose or Navasana. Okay? So let's see you just do that, Angela. And then can you straighten the legs? Good. It's not too bad. It's good. So we're just going to kind of like look at this before and after, and then slowly come on down all the way and just relax. So that's really well done. Good. But did you just kind of make a mental note in how you felt? Okay. And if it was easy, were you clenching your teeth? You know, that sort of thing. So what we're going to do is now do a hack to start activating the hip flexors. And this hack is very general. It's not very specific. So it kind of gets into a few different muscles. Is it the most effective way to activate it? In a pinch? Yes. But you definitely want to go through some of my other videos to start isolating the different hip flexors and start activating them individually. Okay? So Angela, what I'd like you to do is to bend your knees and lift your feet up off the ground, and then lift your feet up a little higher, and then you're going to bring your hands just above the patella, the heel of your hand, and then again, keep the arms as straight as possible and press the knees into the hands and holding that for 6 seconds. So that was 6 seconds. Come on back down and just relax everything. Relax. 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 Yes. And then come on back up. Let's do it again. So press the knees into the hands. Guys, if you're doing this at home, don't lift the shoulders up. It's not like you're trying to reach for the knees. I want you to actually take the knees into the hands. Keep the arms again as straight as possible. And then slowly come on back down and relax. Relax the arms too. Sometimes, as you're doing this in your regular routine, practice taking a breath, a good solid breath in between each one. Do it again, please. So press the knees into the hands. Very good. And that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then slowly back down. And then do it again. I'm going to give you one more cue, but again, straighten the arms, keep the arms straight, good, is to start pulling the pubic bone a little bit towards the navel. So kind of feel like you've got a little string or something attached to your pubic symphysis and you're pulling it upwards. And breathing in and out, and then please do it again. And straighten the arms. Holding 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then come on back down. And then we'll do it one more time. I think that's the 6th time. And straighten the arms though. Straighten those arms. There you go. And 3, 4, 5, and 6. And very good, Angela. And straighten the legs. Now, we're going to do one more. And this additional one is to really just target the rectus femoris individually. Okay, and just for the sake of the video and keeping the video a little short, we're just going to do one side, not both sides. Sorry, Angela. But we'll just do the one side. And the way that I set it up is just very specific. So I like to start with bending this knee. And you're going to kind of imagine that your foot is coming sort of in the middle of your calf muscle or your shin bone. So it's kind of lined up in that way. Okay, you don't want to bend the knee like, for example, to here. Just keep the knee bent here. Place this hand on top of this thigh. And this is just, Angela, just to remind you, don't move this leg. Okay, so don't move this leg. All you're going to do now is straighten the leg by lifting the right foot up, but not moving this thigh muscle. So straighten the leg. That's it, perfectly. So you're not moving this thigh. The other reason why I want you to have your hand on this thigh, Angela, is I want you to see if you can actually engage the quad. So you can feel the quad engaging. Relax, slowly lower the leg all the way down. How was that? Yeah, that's good. Do you feel the quad engage? Nice. Let's do it again, Angela. So bend the knee first. Just start, like, treat each movement as it's very important, okay? Bring the hand to the quad. And then again, the hand is there for 2 reasons. One, not to let the leg move, but also so that you can feel and start developing that brain, mind, body connection, mind, muscle connection to make sure that it's actually engaging. Start to slowly straighten the leg. Now, one of the reasons why I like this variation of doing this muscle activation is because one of the functions of rectus femoris is actually doing knee extension. So it does hip extension, lifting the leg up, but we're also doing knee extension. And in this way, we're activating both aspects of the rectus femoris. Slowly lower down. This muscle is so important to help alleviating knee pain. The rectus femoris connects at the pelvic bone here, and then comes down and actually wraps over the knee. So you can imagine that if that muscle isn't working properly, the stability of the knee then becomes compromised. Bend the knee again, and bring the hand, bring the foot a little bit more forward. So you kind of want it in the middle here, and then slowly start to straighten the leg. Very nice, Angela. And holding 2. I can tell that you've been doing this while you're traveling through Greece last summer. Very good. 5 and 6, and then slowly come on down. Good, take a breath. We're just going to do this 3 more times. So bend the knee, and then have the hand to the thigh, straighten the leg. Very good. And 2, 3, 4. I can feel your muscle not lifting up too high. Your muscles starting to engage more, starting to connect it more, and then slowly come on down. And just go that 2 more times on your own. So as you're doing this, part of what we're trying to do is begin to refortifying, to strengthen that connection, that neuromuscular connection between the brain and the muscle. If the brain isn't connecting to the muscle, it's not telling the muscle to contract. So when we did the tests earlier and you lifted your leg up, if you found it difficult and you felt like the leg was really heavy, was probably because your brain isn't telling that muscle, the hip flexors, to contract. If they're not contracting, then you're going to start recruiting other muscles. And part of, in muscle activation, what we're trying to do, or in endeavoring to do, is to begin utilizing all the muscles of the body. So now that we've done that, we're not going to do this leg, sorry, we'll do it. You can do it after, Angela. Is we're going to do the test again. So I want you to slowly lift the right leg up. Is it different?
Way different.
And then slowly back down. And then lift the left leg up slowly. And then come on back down. And then lift both legs up. Wow. That's like you just kind of glided up. Totally. Does it feel different, or am I imagining it?
It feels a lot different.
So before we do the final test, I'm just going to do the muscle test. So lift this leg up and relax and hold. Hold the leg. Hold the leg. There you go. Relax and hold the leg. Good. Let's check this leg. Now we didn't do the additional one here, so I'm curious to see what happens. Lift it up a little higher. Relax. Relax. Let go. And hold. Good. And hold. Hold. There we go. We got more homework on this side. Let's sit up and do Navasana, our final test. Now again, you guys don't have to do this, but it's kind of nice to see what can happen. So does it feel different?
It feels a little easier.
A little easier. Very good. And then come on back down and relax. So one of the reasons why I actually like doing Navasana is because it's a really hard pose, or it's been historically one of my most challenging poses. I've always dealt with tight hamstrings in my life, and anything to do with these kind of hip flexion, kind of strength poses has always been challenging. And it's kind of interesting to note that the hip flexors, especially the rectus femoris and quads, are the opposite muscle of the hamstrings. So these guys aren't working properly, the hamstrings are going to tighten up, which is a problem I've always dealt with. So if you do these practices, one of the things that you'll notice very quickly is that your hamstrings start to have more range of motion, but more importantly, you have stability in your body, you have stability in the hips, and if you have stability in the hips, your back is going to be happier, and then you're going to be a happy yogi and live a more productive life while manifesting and living your life purpose. Have a super wonderful day, my friends. Be well. All right. So just stay there for a second.
All right.